Welcome to USA Coins 69. What if one coin in your collection could make you a fortune? This Washington quarter could be worth thousands of dollars, and it might be hiding right in front of you. Top 1. The United States $1/4 Washington quarter, Maryland 2000, a hidden treasure worth thousands. Hello, fellow numismatists and collectors. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into some of the most fascinating coins out there. If you're a coin enthusiast, then you're in for a real treat today. We're going to talk about a coin that might just be hiding in your collection or even in your spare change right now, the United States $1/4 Washington quarter, Maryland 2000. This isn't just any quarter. It's a rare gem with an astonishing value, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin is one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. Before we get into the juicy details of how much this coin could be worth, let's take a moment to understand what makes this coin so special. The Washington quarter is a cornerstone of American coinage, first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington, our first president. Since then, it's been a staple in U.S. currency. But what makes the 2000 Maryland Washington quarter stand out from the crowd? It's part of the 50 State Quarters program, a series released to honor each of the 50 states. And Maryland's coin is one of the rarest and most prized pieces in this collection. Now, let's break it down a little bit further. The 2000 Maryland Washington quarter is significant because of its detailed design. The reverse of the coin features a unique image of the state's famous statehouse, along with the words, "The Old Line State." This design makes the Maryland quarter incredibly iconic, as it's deeply tied to the history of Maryland and its place in the nation's development. But here's where things get even more exciting. The 2000 Maryland quarter you're likely looking for is from the proof set. What does that mean? Well, a proof coin is struck with specially polished dies and is meant for collectors. These coins are made with extra care to ensure the highest level of detail, giving them a mirrored finish that makes them truly stand out. They're far rarer than standard circulation coins, which is why proof coins like the Maryland quarter are so highly coveted. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 2000 Maryland Washington quarter might not be worth much more than its face value, just 25 cents. But the proof set version? That's a different story. Coins from proof sets, especially those in pristine condition, can command jaw-dropping prices on the market. Some sellers have seen their 2000 Maryland Washington quarters fetch anywhere between $25,000 and $55,000. Yes, you heard that right. Depending on the coin's condition, whether it has been graded by a professional service, and the demand in the market at any given time, this coin could be worth anywhere from $25,000 to $55,000. But how do you know if you have a quarter that's worth this kind of money? First, check if it's from a proof set. These sets typically come in a specially designed package that marks them as premium collectibles. Then, you'll want to inspect the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it will be. Coins that are graded by professional organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will have a much higher value if they receive high grades like PR70, perfect proof. Now, let's take a step back and talk about the broader context. Why is this coin so valuable? The rarity is a huge factor, of course. While there are many coins in the 50 State Quarters collection, the Maryland Proof Quarter stands out because it was part of a limited set and was never meant for regular circulation. The sheer scarcity of these high-quality coins drives up their price as collectors fight to get their hands on one. As the years go by, the demand for rare coins continues to rise. And with the increasing popularity of coin collecting, these proof set coins, especially those with such a rich history, are only getting rarer. That's why many collectors are eager to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. If you're wondering whether it's time to sell your 2000 Maryland Washington quarter, the answer depends on a few factors. If you happen to have one in your collection that's in excellent condition, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional. The value of these coins is continually shifting, so a professional appraisal could help you determine if it's time to cash in. To sum it all up, The United States $1/4 Washington quarter Maryland 2000 from the proof set is an absolute treasure. It's a coin that's not only a piece of American history but also a potential goldmine for collectors. Whether you're holding on to one of these coins or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, the value of the Maryland quarter is something that cannot be overlooked. Remember, if you have one of these coins, it could be worth anywhere from $25,000 to $55,000. And who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more fascinating coin stories like this one. If you have any questions or want to share your own coin finds, drop a comment below. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, the next treasure could be just a coin flip away. Top 2. The United States $1/4 Washington quarter, 1965. The hidden treasure worth thousands. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. If you're passionate about coins or looking for ways to turn your collection into something truly valuable, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and valuable coins in American history, the United States $1/4 Washington quarter, from 1965. And this isn't just any regular quarter you'll find in your pocket change. We're talking about a coin from a proof set, which is a whole different ballgame when it comes to value. Now, if you've ever heard about the Washington quarter, you know it's a beloved piece of American numismatic history. First minted in 1932 to honor George Washington, the coin has been in circulation for decades. But there's something about the 1965 Washington quarter, especially the ones from the proof set, that makes them stand out in a big way. This coin is not just any ordinary quarter, it's a hidden gem that could make you thousands of dollars richer. Before we get into the money talk, let's break down what makes the 1965 Washington quarter so unique. In 1965, the United States was going through a transition in its coinage. This was the year the U.S. Mint stopped using silver for most circulating coins, including quarters, due to the rising cost of silver. However, proof set coins, which were intended for collectors, were still made with the finest quality and preserved their silver content. The 1965 Washington quarter from the proof set is extremely rare because it was produced in limited quantities for collectors. These coins were struck with high-quality dies to give them a smooth, mirror-like finish that makes them stand out. If you've ever seen one of these quarters in person, you know exactly how stunning they are. The attention to detail is unparalleled, and it's no wonder collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, let's talk about value. You might be wondering, what's so special about the 1965 Washington quarter, and why is it worth so much? Well, this coin is in high demand among serious coin collectors because of its scarcity and historical significance. Not only is it part of the final years when the U.S. Mint was using silver in coin production, but it's also a key piece in the Washington quarter series. The 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set is a standout because it was struck in much smaller numbers compared to other years. And here's the exciting part. The value of a 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set can range from $23,000 to $75,000. Yes, that's right, a single coin. Imagine finding one of these coins sitting in your collection or, better yet, in your pocket change. That's a serious windfall that could change your financial future. But how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? First, check if the coin is from a proof set. Proof coins are different from regular circulation coins because they're produced with a special process to ensure the highest quality. These coins are not intended for general circulation and are typically much rarer than their regular counterparts. The proof set for 1965 would have included coins like the penny, nickel, dime, and quarter, all struck with extra care and precision to give them that glossy, mirror-like finish. If you think you might have a 1965 proof quarter, the next step is to check its condition. Coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, especially those that have been graded as proof 70, the highest possible grade, are the ones that can fetch the most money. A coin in perfect condition, with no visible blemishes or wear, is what collectors are after, And this is where the serious value lies. It's also important to understand that the market for rare coins can fluctuate. Demand for proof coins is continually increasing, especially as more collectors are getting into the hobby. Many investors view rare coins as a solid investment, so the value of coins like the 1965 Washington quarter is only going to rise as time goes on. This coin is a true collector's item, and if you have one in your collection, you could be holding onto a small fortune. So, how do you make sure you're getting the best price for your 1965 Washington quarter if you decide to sell it? First, get it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A professional grade can drastically increase the coin's value, especially if it's graded as PR70, the highest grade for a proof coin. Once your coin has been graded, you can look for reputable coin dealers or auction houses that specialize in high-value coins. Now, let's recap. The 1965 Washington quarter from a proof set is a rare and valuable coin that has the potential to make you a serious profit. Whether you find one of these coins in your own collection or come across it in the wild, the value is undeniable. With prices ranging from $23,000 to $75,000, this coin is truly a hidden treasure. If you're lucky enough to own a 1965 Washington quarter from the proof set, it could be your ticket to a windfall. Even if you're just getting started in the world of coin collecting, this is one coin you don't want to miss out on. The value is there, and with the right preservation and grading, you could be looking at a life-changing sum of money. So, what are you waiting for? Dive into your collections, check those old coin jars, and you might just have a 1965 Washington quarter in your hands worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss more amazing coin stories like this one. Leave us a comment below if you've ever come across a coin with surprising value. Let's talk treasures. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, the next great find could be closer than you think. Top 3. The United States $1/4 Washington quarter, 1966. A hidden treasure worth thousands. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. You won't believe what we have for you today. If you're into rare coins, especially those with incredible historical value, you are in for a treat. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics, the United States $1/4 Washington quarter, from 1966. But here's the twist, it's not just any quarter. We're talking about the proof set version, and this coin's worth could completely blow your mind. For those of you who might be newer to the world of coin collecting, let's first take a moment to appreciate the significance of the Washington quarter. First issued in 1932 to honor the nation's first president, George Washington, the quarter has been a symbol of U.S. currency for nearly a century. But today, we are specifically looking at the Washington quarter from the year 1966, which is a very special piece of American coinage. What sets the 1966 Washington quarter apart from other quarters in the series? The answer lies in the proof set. Proof coins are not your typical circulating coins. They are specially made for collectors, struck using polished dies to ensure a flawless, mirror-like finish. These coins are made in limited quantities and were never intended for everyday use. That's what makes them so rare, and their value keeps skyrocketing over time. The 1966 Washington quarter, part of the proof set, is one of the most valuable coins from that era. And here's WHY. In 1965, the United States transitioned away from silver in most of its circulating coins, due to the rising cost of the metal. However, the coins in the proof sets, especially the 1966 Washington quarter, continued to be made with 90% silver. This fact alone gives the coin a certain historical and intrinsic value that many collectors crave. When you're dealing with a coin made from precious metal and crafted to such a high standard, it's no surprise that these coins are worth so much. But now let's get to the real money talk. The value of a 1966 Washington quarter from a proof set can range from $23,000 to $73,000, depending on the condition and the grading of the coin. That's right, a single quarter can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine stumbling upon one of these coins in your collection, or even finding it hidden in a drawer somewhere. The value of this coin has been steadily increasing as more collectors realize just how rare and historically significant it truly is. So, how can you identify this treasure in your own collection? First, you need to make sure the coin is from a proof set. A proof coin is not the same as a regular quarter that you'd find in your change. Proof coins are struck with special dies, using extra care and attention to detail. They have a unique, shiny, mirrored surface that's unlike anything you'd see on a regular circulating coin. These coins were not made for general circulation but were produced for collectors, which is what makes them so rare and valuable. The 1966 Washington quarter from the proof set stands out because it was made during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, just after the shift from silver to copper-nickel for circulating coins. As a result, proof coins from this period are highly coveted by collectors who want to complete their sets or invest in pieces of American history. But there's more to the story. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its value. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition, especially those graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are going to fetch a higher price. A coin graded PR70, perfect proof, is considered flawless and will command a premium on the market. If you're thinking about selling your 1966 Washington quarter, make sure to get it professionally graded before you list it for sale. The grade can make or break the price, so it's crucial to know exactly what you have. High quality, perfectly preserved proof coins from 1966 can fetch the top end of the price range, anywhere from $23,000 to $73,000, and sometimes even more if the market is particularly hot. The rarity of these coins, combined with the growing demand for high-quality proof coins, has created a goldmine for collectors and investors alike. As the years go on, coins like the 1966 Washington quarter will only become harder to find in such pristine condition, which is why they continue to climb in value. Many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them, and this trend is only expected to continue. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about the 1966 Washington quarter? Here's the thing, numismatics, or coin collecting, isn't just a hobby. For many, it's an investment. Rare coins are seen as a solid investment, especially those that are in high demand and scarce supply. As the years go by, the value of coins like the 1966 Washington quarter from the proof set will only continue to increase, making it a potentially lucrative addition to any collection. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, consider holding onto it for the long term. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. And if you're just getting into the world of coin collecting, the 1966 Washington quarter is definitely one to keep your eyes peeled for. Whether you find it in your collection, at an estate sale, or even in your spare change, don't let the opportunity slip away. In conclusion, the 1966 Washington quarter from the proof set is a rare and valuable piece of U.S. coinage that could be worth anywhere from $23,000 to $73,000. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a newbie just starting out, this coin is a must-have for your collection. If you've got one, get it professionally graded and start preparing to cash in on its incredible value. Who knows? The next great coin find might be closer than you think. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin finds and tips. Drop a comment below if you've ever discovered a valuable coin or if you have any questions about the 1966 Washington quarter. We'd love to hear from you. Happy collecting, and as always, keep your eyes on those rare coins. They could be worth a lot more than you think. Top 4. The United States $1/4 Washington quarter, 1967, a hidden treasure worth thousands. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins, you're in for a treat today. You've probably seen Washington quarters before, but the 1967 Washington quarter from a proof set is an entirely different animal. This coin is more than just a part of the quarter series. It's a gem that could be hiding in your collection or, if you're lucky, in your pocket change, and its value is likely to leave you speechless. Now, Let's start by breaking down why this specific coin is so coveted among collectors. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington, has remained an iconic part of U.S. currency for nearly a century. However, it's the 1967 Washington quarter, especially the version minted as part of the proof set, that stands out among the rest. What makes the 1967 Washington quarter from the proof set so unique and highly sought after? Well, first off, the proof set version was created under special conditions and is significantly rarer than the standard quarter you'd find in circulation. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are struck with polished dies, resulting in a flawless, mirror-like surface. The level of detail and the quality of the strike are unparalleled, which is exactly why these coins hold so much value. In 1967, the United States Mint was still producing coins using 90% silver, and this makes the 1967 Washington quarter from a proof set not only a stunning collectible but also a coin with intrinsic value. As silver prices rose over time, collectors began to realize that the 1967 Washington quarter was a rare piece of history. It's a coin that encapsulates a significant moment in U.S. coinage and has maintained its value over the years. But now, let's talk about the big question: how much is this coin worth? A typical 1967 Washington quarter in circulation might not fetch more than its face value, just 25 cents. But the 1967 proof set quarter is a whole different story. Due to its exceptional quality, rarity, and the fact that it's made from 90% silver, this coin has become a high-value collectible. In fact, depending on the condition and grading, this coin can fetch anywhere from $23,000 to $70,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A single 1967 Washington quarter from a proof set could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases, even more. This is an extraordinary value for a coin that, for many, might just be sitting in their collection waiting to be discovered. The price range depends largely on the coin's condition, its rarity, and whether it has been professionally graded. How do you know if you've got one of these hidden treasures in your hands? It all comes down to a few key factors. First, check if the coin is part of a proof set. Proof coins are created for collectors and are not meant for circulation, which makes them much rarer than the quarters you'll find in your pocket. They're crafted using specially polished dies to give them that signature mirrored finish. A regular circulating coin, no matter how old, will not have the same shine or level of detail as a proof coin. If your 1967 Washington quarter has that mirror-like surface, then you're likely holding a very special coin indeed. The next step is to consider the coin's condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition and have been preserved well over time are the most valuable. To maximize the value of your coin, consider having it professionally graded by an organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The higher the grade, the more money you can get for it. A perfect grade of PR70, the highest grade for proof coins, will make your 1967 Washington quarter one of the most valuable on the market. You might be wondering, why are coins from this era so valuable? Well, it's a combination of factors. First, it's important to understand that the 1967 Washington quarter is a limited issue coin made during a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning its coin production. This makes the coin a symbol of an important historical period in U.S. currency. In addition, with the increasing popularity of coin collecting and the demand for high-quality, rare proof coins, these coins have only appreciated in value as time goes on. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, and the 1967 Washington quarter is one of the key pieces that collectors are after. Investors and collectors alike are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins, and the 1967 proof set quarter has certainly proven to be a valuable asset. As more and more people recognize its worth, the price continues to rise, making it an even more appealing investment for those with an eye for numismatic treasures. So, what's the bottom line here? The 1967 Washington quarter from the proof set is a stunning coin that could be worth anywhere from $23,000 to $70,000, depending on its condition and grade. If you're fortunate enough to have one of these coins in your collection, Or if you come across one, you could be sitting on a fortune. And if you're just starting out in coin collecting, this is definitely a coin you should be looking out for. In conclusion, the 1967 Washington quarter from a proof set is not just another coin, it's a valuable piece of American history. Its exceptional quality, limited production, and intrinsic silver value make it a highly sought-after collectible. Whether you're holding on to one of these coins or just beginning to explore the world of rare coins, don't overlook the potential this coin has. With prices ranging from $23,000 to $70,000, you could have a hidden treasure on your hands. Thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more exciting coin finds and tips. Have you ever discovered a rare coin in your collection? Drop a comment below and share your story with us. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, treasure is often found where you least expect it. Top 5. The United States $1/4 Washington quarter, 1973, the hidden gem worth thousands. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of rare and valuable coins, today's video will absolutely blow your mind. We're diving into the legendary 1973 Washington quarter, specifically from the proof set, a coin that many collectors wish they could get their hands on. You might have seen the 1973 Washington quarter before, but if it's from a proof set, you may just be holding a treasure that could make you tens of thousands of dollars richer. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes the 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set so special? Well, let's break it down, because this is one coin you don't want to miss. For starters, the Washington quarter has been one of the most iconic coins in American history since it was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, our first president. But while most of these coins were designed for circulation, the 1973 Washington quarter has a certain extra something that makes it stand apart: its proof set status. Proof coins are produced with a completely different process than regular circulating coins. These coins are struck multiple times with polished dies, creating a stunning, mirror-like finish that you just won't find on regular coins. If you're lucky enough to own one of these beauties, you're looking at something far rarer than a typical coin you'd get from your change. The 1973 Washington quarter was made as part of the proof set, which means it was produced with extreme care, precision, and quality. These sets were made exclusively for collectors and are not intended for circulation. The 1973 version holds its own in terms of both historical significance and silver content. For most of the mid-20th century, the U.S. Mint produced proof coins with 90% silver, and the 1973 Washington quarter is no exception. That silver content, combined with its near-perfect finish, makes it not just a beautiful coin to look at but a valuable one, too. Now, here's the kicker. How much is this coin worth? If you're holding a 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set, you might be sitting on a small fortune. While a regular 1973 quarter in circulation is worth just 25 cents, a 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set can be worth a staggering amount, from $23,000 to $65,000. That's right, a single quarter could fetch you tens of thousands of dollars depending on its condition, rarity, and grading. So, how do you know if you have a 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set? First things first, you need to confirm that the coin is, in fact, part of a proof set. Proof coins are different from regular coins. They are struck under specific conditions and with extra care. This results in a much higher quality coin, which you can easily identify by its smooth, mirror-like surface and sharp details. If you're holding a 1973 quarter that has that characteristic mirror finish, you're likely looking at a proof coin. But here's where things get really interesting. The value of the 1973 proof set quarter is directly tied to its condition. A proof coin that is flawless, with no imperfections or signs of wear, is worth significantly more than one that shows any signs of damage. Professional grading plays a crucial role in determining how much a coin is worth. A PR70 grade, which is a perfect proof coin, could make your 1973 Washington quarter worth much more than the standard range. Grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) can help assess your coin's condition, and this will ultimately determine the selling price. Why does this matter so much? Well, the market for high-quality rare coins is growing rapidly, and the 1973 Washington quarter from the proof set is a highly sought-after piece. Collectors, investors, and even museums are always on the lookout for coins like this to complete their sets or add to their collections. The demand for such coins has driven up the prices, and as a result, these coins are steadily increasing in value year after year. Think about it, a coin that is part of the proof set, made from 90% silver, and struck with impeccable detail can attract serious collectors and investors. There are only so many of these coins available, especially in pristine condition. That's what makes them so valuable. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these rare quarters in your hands? First, have it professionally graded. Getting your coin graded by an expert will help you understand its exact value, and it could help you get top dollar if you decide to sell. Grading services assess everything from the coin's appearance to its overall quality, ensuring you get an accurate estimate of its worth. Once graded, you can look at a range of options to sell your 1973 Washington quarter. Whether you choose to sell it through an auction house, a reputable coin dealer, or directly to a collector, the value could be significant. If you're in no rush to sell, holding onto the coin could pay off even more in the future, as prices continue to rise for rare, high-quality proof coins. So, if you've got a 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set, you might be sitting on a small fortune. With its exceptional quality, limited production, and silver content, this coin is a real treasure. Whether you've inherited it, found it in a collection, or just stumbled upon it, don't overlook the potential value of this coin. In summary, the 1973 Washington quarter from a proof set is one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics. With prices ranging from $23,000 to $65,000, this coin could be worth much more than you ever expected. Its silver content, historical significance, and limited availability make it an investment piece that any serious collector should consider. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1973 Washington quarter and its incredible value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin finds. Have you ever discovered a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Keep collecting, and who knows? Your next great find could be worth more than you ever imagined.